What's good? What's good? Not delivery work. I woke up early to capitalize on some extra possible earnings from Spark, and I've got 0 offers in the last hour and a half. I'm really frustrated about that. And when one thing frustrates me, it can be easy to get into a rumination cycle, something I'm very guilty of. And a common theme I often ruminate on is how lonely I am and how disappointed I am with most people, a majority of people in this world today. And I realize I'm a homeless guy with nothing, so it doesn't really matter what I think or believe, but that's just still how I feel. And in trying to be less judgmental, but also understanding the root of my stresses and disappointments, I've come to the realization that my loss of community that I've experienced over the last 5 years and my inability to build new community has had much deeper impacts on me than I initially realized and acknowledged. If you watch a lot of my videos, you will see a theme around me being depressed, me not being motivated, me not knowing what to do with my life. And I've just kind of realized that in the past, in my teens and in my 20s, when I had a good community, a good network of friends and family, that was a larger source of motivation than I knew at the time, because I used to be a very high achieving, highly motivated person. I got a master's degree while doing competitive powerlifting and helping coach other people, and then I got my massage therapy license, and I've just always been motivated, or I had been in my teens and in my 20s. But over the last 5 years, I've lost a lot of motivation, but I've also lost a lot of community, most specifically around the fake plague in early 2020, when things were starting to get serious. I spoke up. I passionately and vehemently spoke up and was quickly ostracized. I became a pariah. And I did not understand how much of an impact that would have on my life. And even now, knowing how much it has impacted my life, I wouldn't change a thing going back in time. And I've come to the point where I've mostly grieved the loss of my past community. But now I'm at this point where I don't have any prospects for building future community. I want to use maybe this one example, and I'm not going to use this person's name, but a few months ago, I posted on my Facebook saying, hey, I would benefit personally from having a monthly men's meetup group sort of thing. Not like a political thing, not a religious thing, a bro thing. Excuse me. And there was a little bit of interest and traction, so I started a little, meeting. In the first month, a few people showed up. The second month, 3 people showed up. So the first was 4, the second was 3. By the third month, it was down to me and one other guy. And I was like, that's okay. We might have to do a few months of just us two. I felt like I would still benefit from that. And having a history of, oh, you know, this group has been doing this thing for 6 months to a year, that gives it a little bit more validity for more people to want to join. And on that third month, when it was just me and the other guy, he ended up showing up very intoxicated, not on alcohol, not on weed, but on psychedelics. And I love psychedelics. I totally support the use of psychedelics. But it was really disheartening to me because I, on that particular day, was going through something kind of funny that I really wanted to talk to at least one other dude about. But when someone is on psychedelics, they're not with you. They're in another dimension. And so it was really sad to me that this person who knew we had this event organized prioritized the psychedelics over fraternity. And there's an expression, Jesus said something to the effect of, you will know them by their fruits. People will show you who they are with their actions. And I still love this person. I still support this person. I want the best for them. They don't watch my videos. None of my friends watch my videos. It's so funny. It's funny. Like, I don't expect them to watch every video, but watch one or two here and there and comment, oh, hey, I really liked this, or, oh, hey, you could have, worded this better. But no, they don't. And I'm currently lamenting the loss of a potential fraternity group and potential community. And there are other issues I've had with the conscious or spiritual community where I don't feel like I fit in there either. I don't have a community, and it really wreaks havoc on my health, my mental health, which then connects to my physical health and my spiritual health. And I don't want company for the sake of company. When I had earlier said I'm disappointed in a lot of people, virtue. I want virtuous relationships, and so very few people are virtuous in this day and age. And that sucks to say, because I shouldn't be judgmental, but it's true. And I'm also not perfect, so let he who is free from sin cast the first stone. I could be better, but that was kind of why I wanted a men's group, because that fraternity pushes me to be better. It creates an accountability circle, someone I can go to. And that's something I desperately desire in my life, but cannot find for the life of me. And so that was me trying to fit into the spiritual collective consciousness community group. I don't fit in there either. But I also don't fit into the church group. I do not fit into the church group. Yes, I referenced Jesus. I think you can see Jesus as a philosopher, sort of outside of a religious context. And that's not a hill I want to die on. I don't want to argue that. It's not like something I firmly believe. That's just my own personal interpretation, right? But I don't like the church. I don't really fit in with the conscious community. I definitely don't like the progressives. I'm just a mercurial asshole, and I get it. But I still want love, and I still want connection and group affection, group purpose, meaning. It really sucks, and I haven't fully really appreciated how much it has affected me over the last 5 years. As I try to climb out of this hole that I'm in, I acknowledge that I need community, but I don't know where to find them. And I don't want to be a judgmental asshole either, but that's just what I see, is such a shortage of courage and virtue. Probably two of the most needed things in the world right now, and they're nowhere to be seen. And it sucks. But we will persevere. we have to, I guess. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. There's a link in the description. You can buy some crypto and we both benefit, or you can buy some merch and then I benefit and then you benefit. Lots of ways to help. In the meantime, much love.